will tell you.
Exclamation mark quote 5.
Hello, video gamers. I don't know why my sounds happened twice. I've tried literally, like, I'm pretty sure one of them's from Stream Elements and one of them's from Streamlabs, which I was using before Stream Elements. But, like, I deleted that. I unconnected. That's right, Nightbot. Ah! I disconnected it. I deleted the source. I don't know how it do it. Is it a curse? Did a techno mage cast a spell upon my streams? We're playing Okami today.
That's right. I'm Sus.
It's true. I saw him vent. Did it. He in the air vents ducts and he crawl up in there like a sus. Where's my sound at? I switched my monitors around. And by that I mean I just switched which one is the main monitor and suddenly everything is different. And by everything I just mean the things in the little corners of the taskbar. Such a well-timed sus. I don't know where this whirlpool is the problem. Last time when we played this game... Hey, ChrisCrow91. Nice to see you again. Also, hey Random Game Lover and hey Snorlax. I didn't say hi. I was so bamboozled, so buffaloed at the fact that sounds are two of them. And thank you for rebubscribe a bit. Big thankies from McSpankies. Arf indeed. Arf bark bow wow woof. We got, the things I remember from last time is we got, whoa. What the fuck? We can do backflips? We get the power to draw X's on the save points and it teleports us wherever we want to be. And we're trying to find a whirlpool and I have no clue where it is. These are the things I remember. And literally nothing else. Let's take a look at the map. Maybe the map will have a clue on it. We do have to get on the little wiggly worm, Porca. But maybe we have to go up the coast a bit first. It's gonna be a journey, I think. Bark, 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 bark. I was gonna do some stuff over the weekend. Like, get some animated emotes, maybe do a little more stream art. Oh, I can chop this now, I think. Can I not chop it? Am I not strong enough yet? Didn't we get a super chop? Maybe we need an even more super chop. Haunces. We fed these. Gem rock, too strong. Okay, we can cut some rock, but not that one. I'm gonna, like, go up and down this coast and see if there's any, whirlypoos we can see. Regular and iron. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need one more. But yeah, was gonna do things this weekend. And then instead, Pokemon came out, so there was that. But also my car decided to make some very funny sounds. So haha funny. And I had to also figure out what to do with that. Same. I'm assuming same for Pokemon and not same for, like, car funny sounds. I hope nobody else's car likes to make funny sounds and be dumb. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're all doing so good and well this fine evening or morning or afternoon or midnight. I think that covers all the time zones. Do you have things to say, bud? I think a Pokemon Arceus? I'm enjoying it a lot. Midnight for you. What? Excuse me, sir. Do you not want to talk? He's on fire today. I am enjoying the game a lot. I was expecting it to be more of like a Pokemon skinned Breath of the Wild, but it's actually more like a Pokemon skinned Monster Hunter. Like an amalgam between Monster Hunter and Pokemon and like a little Breath of the Wild, and so I'm enjoying that a lot. I've also heard people comparing it to like Xenoblade or Genshin, but I have not played either of those. This Pokemon game you played was Ruby and Sapphire ages ago now. Oh, so this is like a drastic change for you instead of just like a, oh wow, they're changing a few things up. Yeah, it's good games. I briefly considered streaming it, and then I realized, no, there's no way I'm gonna be able to avoid spoilers on the internet. I just gotta play this on my own. Feels light as anything now. That mist's lifted from the city. No time to lose then. Super fast Hat has got to get back to work. Have fun, super fast Hayate. Huh? What do you want? What's with the cheeky twinkle in that eye, Pooch? You want? Oh, we're racing? We don't need to race. You played Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube. I never played the Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon Stadium games. I had a neighbor who had them, and so... Where are we going? This way, I guess? Bombs? What? I'm in the middle of a race here. You can't do this to me. Crimes, 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 crimes. I don't think we're gonna win this race. Unless time literally pauses. Let me out. Yeah, I think he's long gone. Well, I didn't know things could attack you during the race. I didn't either. I also don't know where we were supposed to be going. Oh yeah, Pokemon XD. Was Pokemon XD like the origin of the shadow Pokemons? Oh, is that a one I can chop? Or is that a gems? I can chop that one. Or was that the Pokemon Coliseum or thing? I never played the, like, console Pokemons. Coliseum started... Okay. I never played the console Pokemons, because I never had a Nintendo console until GameCube, and then somehow I only had, like, 3 games on GameCube. Pokemon XD developed it further. Okay. Monkeys. Beach monkeys. Like, my neighbor had... I want to say Pokemon Stadium, whichever one was on N64. And so I watched them play it a little bit. But mostly, I played, like, all the handheld games. I think, actually, the first one I ever passed up on, like, the first... I guess... If the remakes count as generations, I just skipped over Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl, or Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, whichever order those adjectives and verbs go. I started streaming XD, but it's on long hiatus. I simply gotta get back into it. I don't think there's gonna be a whirlpool here. I think... Zoom out. Zoom out. Huh. If I were a place I needed to go... Oh, I can check, this. I will say, I liked... What are y'all's favorite generation of Pokemon? That's always, that's always one of those things that people... I feel like tend to pick their the first generation they played as their favorite, because that's the one that's got, like, the nostalgia factor. But, like, I don't know, for me, I started with Pokemon Red, and my favorite's either gotta be, like, Gold, Silver, or Black and White, maybe. Back to the coast where the water dragon is? Okay. We gotta get to... Do we have to go to Oni Island? I tried going there, but it didn't let me. Can we just jump in the water dragon and it'll take us there? Don't have a favorite, they're all pretty great. They are... Excuse me, I was going somewhere. I don't wanna... Do I do a win to you? feel like I was in the middle of a sentence. I think Pokemon Black and White was the last Pokemon game I was like actually excited about. Gen 6 is your least favorite. You don't hate it. Which one's Gen 6? Is that, is that Sun and Moon? Kalos? Gen 253766148. Don't hat you. I'm like, I don't even remember, Also, does Pokemon Black and White and Black 2, White 2 count as the same gen, right? Because, like, they're set in the same region, I think? Oh. Can I not go to the... Oh, interesting. My controller's just strange. What was Kalos region? I literally have to Google this. I feel like there is one... Oh, X and Y! Yeah! I literally forgot X and Y even existed. That's how high up I guess it ranks for me on the Pokemon list. I was like, I know Black and White was one. And I know Sword and Shield, before Sword and Shield was Sun and Moon. Yeah, X and Y was not super fancy. It was just kind of bleh. I liked actually Sun and Moon a lot. Because they made a lot of quality of life changes and they actually like tried to switch up the formula. Where are we? How did we get up here? I mean, I know we teleported up here, but how did we unlock this? I don't remember being here. Yeah, Sun and Moon I enjoyed a lot because it did a bunch of fun things that were like different. Sword and Shield, I barely got through that game. XY was the only gen that didn't get an extra game or DLC. Oh yeah, you're right. There was no like Pokemon Z. Are you children gonna tell me how to get to the whirlpool? Is that it? Urashima, the great Urashima. Oh shit, they love him now. We were wrong and you were right all along. Howdy there, Pooch. You make it to the Dragon Palace? That whirlpool done sucked you to the bottom of the sea, huh? Happy as a pig in slop to hear you, mate. Wait, no we didn't. Wait, we didn't go down there. Excuse me? I want to go fish in the sea, but these folks are in my way. Yeah? It really was at the pier, poor Orca. We didn't believe him, but Urashima was telling the truth. Oh, Urashima, the great Urashima, we were okay? First gen, Red and Blue. Classics. Good old games. Wonderful experience on the brick of a Game Boy. Yellow, I never played it, but it seemed real cool to have like a little Pika friend with you. Gold, silver, crystal? Was that it? Great, wonderful. Expanded on the first game, got a whole new region, fun story, fun Pokemon. It was like the original, but improved. More of it. This version 2.0. Whoa, bounces. Was Ruby Sapphire after that? I think so, right? Ruby Sapphire Emerald. Pretty neat games. They did some fun stuff. You got some double battles. You did some secret bases. A lot of trumpets. Diamond Pearl didn't do much for me. It was like... I think at that point it was just like, I've already played 3 Pokemon games. Why do I need to... This is more or less the same. Was there something between Ruby Sapphire and Black and White? Why are there so many Pokemon games? Why are there so many Pokemon? How did this happen? How did we get to this point? I guess we can get on the dolphin and try to go... Yeah, red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, ruby, sapphire, diamond, pearl, black, white, XY, sun, moon, sword, shield. God, how do you even... I want to say... My list would go... Gold, silver, then black, white. Guess we're gonna jump back on Porca. Gold, silver, black, white. Maybe red, blue. Sword, shield, or sun, moon. Ruby, sapphire. Diamond, pearl. I don't even want to put sword, shield, or XY on the list. At least I, like, finished X and Y. Like, I finished the main story of Sword and Shield, but I didn't even go catch the legendaries. I was just like, yeah, that's enough for me, I think. Hey, Dragon, can you take us? If I just sit here. Apparently the dragon can't even do us a harm. Excuse me, dragon? Will you take us where we need to go, or will you just dump us in the... Oh, that's a tall tower. No, wait, that was the cat tower. We already did that one. Whoa, I thought we were goners. How'd we get out of that mess? I guess we try to go to Oni Island. Onigashima. Onigashima. Onigaishimasu. We take a boat? I don't think we can take a boat. Alright, Porca. Take us away. Keep visiting the islands around the area. Can do. Hi-ho, Orca, away. We did some of them. We did the cat island. We hopped on this one, I think. Can we go... That's a big old cave up there. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We don't need to get off. We just gotta go faster. Oh, it's doing that thing again where it's trying to control the game with both my mouse and the controller? Technology hard is the thing. Or maybe it just wants to aim the camera down so that you can't see where you're going? We did this one. We did Cat Tower. This I know for a certainty. This I know for a sure and certain. A certainty, if you will. Oh, I gotta fix this camera. I can do that. Oh, this is miserable. Why are you like this game? I think we did this one. Thank you, Nightbot. We can't cut you yet. Oh, there's a lot of islands. Oh boy, there's a lot of islands. Okay. Is there any Pokemon spin-offs y'all enjoyed? Ooh. You know what Pokemon spin-off I enjoyed, if this even counts, is the Pokemon Pikachu? Pikachu? Pocket Pikachu? It was like a Tamagotchi, but a Pikachu. I loved that thing so much as a child. Pokemon Conquest. Was that the one that was the oh my god, I can't remember the name of the actual like OG game, but like Hyrule Warriors type one? I've also heard the no, we're not getting off Orca. First one, Pokemon played by Fire Emblem. Yeah, it does count. Pika-Pals were so good. I would tie it to a rubber band and swing it around to get my steps in instead of actually walking. We did this island because we already got the treasure chest. I heard the Pokemon dungeon games are like really good, but I've never played one. I kind of want to stream one, but I don't know which one I should do. Oh, I wish we didn't have to go through this whole dialogue every time we got back on Orca. What other Pokemon spin-offs were there? The original got re-released on Switch for Pokemon Dungeon? Ooh. What was that one on... You know, we were on this island too, because there's a clover. We got it. We don't need to get off. This is the one where we learned our Super Slash, I think. What was that one that was on the DS that you had to draw a bunch of circles? Love the dungeon games. They're all good. First is a good start. Alright, I might give that a try. There was like a Pokemon Ranger? Yeah. Was that the same one that had like the little toy spin-off, like the toy physical things you could also get for it? Or was that a different one? There's so many Pokemon games. You didn't play the most recent dungeon game yet? I don't even know how many dungeon games there are. And there's... Mystery Dungeon? Is that just all of them? Are they all mystery dungeons? There we go. I have to dig. ABC, always be digging. It's digging, but there's a C in front of it. Can I dig here? Nothing. Okay. Back in the Porca we go. There's 4, then a group of 3 that are Japan exclusive. Oh. I could play one of the Japan exclusive ones. I could do another translating stream like Jaguar, because that went so well. It's so hard to translate and play a game. I don't even think that stream didn't go well. I just never got around to fine-tuning up the translation afterwards like I was planning to. They're on Wii download only. Well, I don't have my Wii, but I think you can probably get around that if you have a very cool Wii that lets you put stuff on it through an SD card. Or I could do an emulator and just say I am playing the game officially, legally, shush, nobody saith anything. I think we already went in here too, but let's just hop in. Yeah, this is where we fought Big Spider, who was just kind of underground for some reason. I could make my own Pokemon dungeon game. I was gonna say, do you think there's a tabletop Pokemon game? Like a TTRPG? But there almost certainly is, and it had 3 versions. We'll play all 3 at the exact same time. Porca, where did I leave you? There you are. Cool. Trading card game. Oh yeah! There's Pokemon TCG, which is the original, which I feel like everybody, whoever had Pokemon cards, like, got the cards, tried playing the game once, and then was just like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna stick to collecting. Now this looks like a promising island. This looks like an island what has a person I can talk to on it. And a barking I can do. I should talk to them first, I think. Hello, friend. Are you some kind of fisher person? Either, pup. Some folks worry about the water dragon and all, but if you're gonna fish, you gotta fish in the sea. All you need is stout resilience against the vast raging sea. If you've got that, you don't even need a line. No, you do need a line. Chef. Oh, this is the guy for the chef. There was a Pokemon trading card game video game, wasn't there? I never played it, but I feel like it exists. Oh yeah, fishing time. Hey, Blue Cristo. We're gonna catch a marlin. Oh yeah, we got the marlin rod. You loved it as well? The Pokemon trading card game. The stabby fish. The fish what his nose be a sword. 2 for Game Boy, 1 for DS. There's a trading card game 2 for Game Boy Japan only. Interesting. How? I know there's like Yu-Gi-Oh card game video games too. Is it literally just like when you go online and you play like a virtual version of the card game, but maybe like there's some characters you play against instead of real people? Or is there like actually a story to it? There's a translation for that? Ooh, nice. Let's catch some fish. I keep trying to think of card game video games, and literally the only thing that comes to mind is Inscription, because that's a good game about cards. Catch a fish. Oh, catch a fish. There's a story to the trading card game. Is that what's asked? Yeah, like, can you even have a story? Most of them have like campaign scenario mode, but like, what do you even do there? Is it like, are the cards still cards? Most recent Yu-Gi-Oh game is straight at card game. Yeah, I heard a lot of people have started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh or getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm pretty sure it is specifically because they just released a new like virtual Yu-Gi-Oh. He got a thong. He got the whatchamacallit, like old-timey Japan-style loincloth, where it's like business in the front, party in the back. It's cloth in the front, a thong in the back. I think? You caught blowfish. Oh, that looks like a marlin, maybe. That looks like a large lad. Looks like it's gonna be a big one. This has got to be a big ol'... Oh, oh, yeah, that's a marlin. All right. Oh, shit. This is some kind of a challenge. I'm gonna get this fish. What? You can't just do that. Stop flipping around, bud. Pick a direction and stick with it. I'll read that text as soon as I get this big ol' fish. The first game was normal to be best card player, and then the second one involved a plethora of things kidnapping, taking over the world. I mean, like, that's pretty par for the course for Pokemon, I think, but for Pokemon card game. Yeesh, yikes. What? Who got kidnapped? Cards? Pokemon? People? All of the above? The other thing I wonder about card games... Serious or not 5-star stores. The other thing I was wondering is it, we got fish. Is it like... in the world of the game, are the cards actually cards? Like, are your characters in the game playing card games in the game? Congrats to the Marlin. No, go back to the shop for your prize. Will do. I'm fishing here for Yoshi. Or is it like a, alright, it's time to battle this guy with our Pokemon, and then just the mechanics is card game? The cards are still cards. Okay. So you, like, run into somebody in the game, and they're like, I'm not letting you into this building unless you can beat me in a game of poker, and then you just play poker? They're, like, aware they're playing cards? Oh, that's always so wild to me. I guess it makes sense, but, like... High stakes magic. I love the way this fish is a-flopping. Look at his face. Oh, I can't draw right now in the game. No time to waste. That prima donna chef will only take the freshest fish. I'll run this over to him now. See, how are you gonna run? Oh, there's the front of his loincloth. Hold on, I have to draw this fish. The fish really do... Oh. You'd know more if you could translate it. Simply learn Japanese so you can read more manga and Pokemon comics. This was the face that fish was making. Beautiful. Beautiful creature. You read an Archie comic once a year, maybe, but are you reading it in Japanese? 100% the same face. Always be translating spelled C-H-R-A-N-S-L-I-N-G. Pokemon card games from Japanese into English. We got this. I thought there would be something else up here. Guess there's that. We're not gonna fight this guy. Don't need to do that. Dig, 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 dig. Clover, 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 clover. What? Always be comic translating. Always be contemplating what one word in one language means in another language words. Take us home, Porca. Yes, we ride Orca. How many times have we heard this Orca dialogue about find the whirlpool and then you'll do it? Faster. Faster. There's no other islands, right? That was just the last one. Always be catching a marlin. That's right, Nightbot. The ocean is a scary place. So vast and full of fish. Oh, I can climb this cat. Oh. Kitties get a fish. Always be climbing up mountain walls with your cool cat powers, even though you were a dog. Kitties. Simply give a kitty a fish, it's fine. I think you're not supposed to give cats fish in real life. Oh, look at them rolling around. Hi, kitties. I think you're not supposed to give fish to a cat's for reasons. At least not like just whole fish. Is it the bones, maybe? Is it the chance of mercury? Is it it's very fattening and kitty gotta be on a diet? Feeding little animals is such a great idea, right? I love the little creatures. I love to see the little kitties and the birds and the haunces and the tigers. Tigers! What are you doing on this island? What do you eat up here? I hope you're not eating the cats. I guess they can eat birds. Hello, tigers. Yeah, happy year of the tiger, everybody. Oh, don't do that. I did bite you, but like it was just for fun. Is it actually what? Hello? Is Year the Tiger now? Oh, hello? Who's this guy? Or does it start tomorrow? I'm like... Tomorrow? Okay, so it's like Lunar Year's Eve. I thought that would do something. Why do you have a pipe? Did I just not blow it the right way? Does not seem to be wind. Maybe I gotta do something with this? That doesn't do it. Happy Tiger's Day, everybody. Do I slice you? Well, this does a damage. Oh, you've transformed. Excuse me? Oh, I don't like this. I do not like this, man. So that's not your head, that's a shield that you're smoking through? It's undulating like a shield. Ow. You don't do that. Do I light these guys on fire? No. Do this. Mist? What are my other skills I have? Well, that got him. Don't think I got a very good score on that, but you know what? It's okay, I'll do really good on my final exam, and then I'll get an A. Huh? Someone there? You're... Excuse me, sir? Do your jobs, please. The Watcher's Cape. It is said the gods once used this place to return to the heavens. At night, this place offered a great view of the starry sky. Even the Whirlpool Galaxy was visible. It's a group of stars. They form the shape of a great spiral like the... Okay. If I make it night? Did I do a puzzle? Do I have to put stars in the sky? Oh shit, I did! There, shooting star. I gotta make my wish right now. I wish the sky was as magnificent as it was in the past, and that the whirlpool galaxy was visible again. It's the Milky Way! Just like the candy bar. That's it, that's the whirlpool galaxy. My wish really did come true. Nice. Love it when there's stars. So this will get us to the thing. Thank you, Snorlax. But I don't think I want to go here just yet. Watcher's Cape.
When the whirlpool galaxy spins in the distant heavens, a whirlpool shall open up below. I mean, I have the feeling we'll be able to see that entrance real soon.
I mean, we did it, so...
Wow, check out that whirlpool of stars. It's like a huge windmill in the night sky. They say the whirlpool galaxy is the key to the Dragon Palace. If so, then the whirlpool engine should be somewhere under it.
Where could it be?
See, it looks pretty calm to me, and the whirlpool galaxy isn't even swirling. What do we gotta do to make that whirlpool entrance appear?
Probably swirl the stars, like... do a funny spiral, maybe. No, that's just the moon again. Wait, did it go Plu? Did the Plu not do? Or was it just quiet and I didn't hear it? Plu? Press B first? Here's Plu. Plu should be available to everyone, I think. I guess... There we go, there's a Plu. I guess we draw this? Or maybe we just have to draw the spiral now. Yeah, okay, it was literally just did not. I gotta get EBDB. Oh, hell yes, Super Blue. I gotta get EBDB. Y'all wanna hear a good sound effect? Come here, YouTube. Come here, YouTube.tube. EBDB.
What about Buck?
What? What about Buck? Anyway, EBDBDBD. Oh, you hate it? EBDBDBD. EBD. I'm gonna figure out a way to use that at some point.
I think you're onto something.
I think we're onto something too.
Maybe we're supposed to blow that star whirlpool round and round. Try it again, Ami. Keep using that wind power of yours.
We can get the fish toy after we do it, I think, right? We'll simply jump in the ocean and then absolutely not forget to get the get. I need to make spaghetti.
Look, the whirlpool entrance to the Dragon Palace. The whirlpool galaxy's bringing it to the surface. Okay, Ami, it's about time we get on down to that Dragon Palace. Let's go teach those Dragonians a lesson. They're gonna pay for not keeping that water dragon on a leash.
Don't be mean to water dragon. I don't... How do we get there? Guess we're swamming it. If you guys were swimming in the ocean and you saw a big old whirlpool like this off in the distance, would you swim towards it or away from it? Oh, hello, water dragon. Are you... Oh, we have to be on the... We have to be on the fish. Oh, hell yeah, booba time. Likely no, would not swim towards the whirlpool? Coward. Always be swimming into whirlpools.
Thank you, Blue Christo, for the boobas. Well, that we were goners. How about we forget this whole swimming in the sea business?
Well, now we can go to the fish guy. And then we'll just ride Porka, and Porka will get us there. Oh, hell yeah, more boobas. Oh. More boobas, double the boobas for double the powers. It's a booba party. It's a Humba Wumba. Was that man purple for a second? Humba Wumba Jumba Zinga Zing Zing. Dude. My man's is a shapeshifter. How's he doing this? Oh, hell yeah, more boobas. He's like the color of the boobas. How is this possible? I'm barking at it. I'm barking at it because it's scary. I forget, did you want something? Oh, he wanted to make Oni placeholder Ningen. Yeah. How many is too much for boobas? There's never too many. I literally have 14 boobas in the booba folder all queued up, and if it gets more than that, we can just add more. Sorry, 14 boobas plus the boobas that go over chat. Oh, hell yeah, more boobas. Let's go. 2 of them, let's go. 3 of them, let's go. 4 of them, let's go. 5 of them, let's go. Did I get that right? Oh god, there's so many boobas. Oh, there's so many boobas. Holy shit. How many points do you have? Oh god. Is it all of it? I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That should be all the boobas. There we go. I kind of wanna... hold on. Where's our chat booba? We'll get this one in there and remove one of these ones that's like just straight in the middle of the screen. Magnificent indeed. Thank you, Snorlax, for all the boobas. Which one are you? Are you an early booba? You like 4? Booba number 5 is this one. That's weird. There we go. Including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Cool. Shaking my head. You can't even spell a booba right. Everybody knows booba isn't Wordle compatible because it's an extra letter. I need to buy some fish, I think. I have a lot of commands for the different ways to spell booba. 7. 10, 16, 12. That'll be good. Don't have that one. Reading about a cat named Boober once. That is a good cat name. People call things boobers. Oh, these are some command. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. There we go. Thank you, Nightbot. There we go. There we go. Let me just put this one as a query. There we go. Yeah, Boo and Boohbah should work now. I think? Does Boo not work? There we go. Boo scares Nightbot. Boo and Boobers should now work. Wake up, Amaterasu. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Can we... There we go. Thank you, Nightbot. You're doing such a great job, Nightbot. Every day I'm thankful for your existence, Nightbot. Every day I sleep easy knowing that you are keeping my streams safe, Nightbot. By screaming, screaming whenever you want, and sometimes bringing in a thwomp. Kitties. Sir, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, cat ma'am, can I not? Thank you. Well, sir, you got your fish. Hello, doggy. Feast your eyes on this lively wiggler. That awful water dragon had scared off all the fish in the sea. But just look at the size of this marlin. I need juicy fruits of the sea to show what I can do. Only the freshest will do, now that I've finally got my hands on some fine ingredients. It's time to sharpen up my knives and my skills again. Seeing as you're here, doggy, why don't you stay and watch? It's not often I get a fish as good as this one. And not often you get to see knife skills like mine up close. Enough chit-chat, there's no time to lose. This freshness can't go to waste. It'd be an insult to the fish. Stand back, doggy. The great chef Umi is about to unleash his cyclone slice. His slice clone. I'm guessing it's 3. Oh, there he go. Two? Tree. That said wind. What? Hello? Goodbye? So long and farewell? What? Hold on now. Now hold on now. It ascends. How did one marlin become 5? Congrats, you now have the best things to use against things weak to wind. Oh. How come there was 1 marlin head and now there's 5? Doesn't work that way. Fish doesn't work that way, I think. I know a fish. I've seen a fish. Oh, hell yeah, more boobas? Yeah, we could do that. I got one more. We'll put this mad lad back on screen. And we can always get more. My best handiwork ever. My skills were getting a little rusty. But now I've reached new heights. I've matured. The fish must be fresh. The dish must be quick. If sharpened upon these blades, I'll be serving up a whale next time. Is that legal? Whoa. Horse. Hans. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My power diminished while you were away. But that man's zeal and your own pure heart have restored my power. I have harnessed his fervent energy to bestow upon you a new power. Dance like a raging whirlwind. Thank you, Hans. God. So I'm looking at the game without any of the boobas on it, and sometimes I just glance over to the side at OBS. And it's a wonderful, beautiful wonderland over there. I hope you guys are having a blast. I hope you guys are doing your funny folding exercises alongside all of the boobas.
He'd make a better warrior than a knight, or than a chef the way he wields knives. Hey, I just thought of something, Mommy. Whirlwind. That other power of Kazagami is pretty intense. I bet his enthusiasm was what awakened it. If it could do that to a marlin, just think of what it could do to those pesky monsters.
Got it. Slice them all up. ABC always be— oh wait, I could have ate those. ABC, always be slicing, spelled with a C. Always be cutting, always be chopping, always be... crunching? Cleaving. Always be cleaving.
What's all the noise about? Has Mr. Umi finished preparing a new dish?
He did. It's a fish. It's a fish dish.
Hey, kitties.
You want to come with me, kitty? We're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna go ride the whale. Ride the porky. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Save. Hey, puppy. Today I got to go on a walk, and 2 dogs barked at me. I got to say, hi, puppies. Hello, you've got some things to say. Let me in. Let me in. Right on the orca? Yes. I gotta wake up extra early tomorrow to also go on the exact same walk. I wonder if the pupples will still be there. Or if they will be inside, asleeping. Where, oh where? It's that one, right? The one with the sand? Look at that beautiful ocean. I really like this song. I don't want to land. So whirlpool time? I'm making the whirlpool right now. Don't worry, we're gonna make this happen. If we swim fast enough. If we can just... I gotta press the A button to go faster. If we can just go so fast. Oh, I have to get off. This might actually make me bomb. Alright, let's get off. Is it this island? Yeah, it's this island. It's the one with the bridge. That's not what you call it. But it's like half a bridge. It's like when you start building a bridge over the water, but then you realize there's too much water and it's never going to connect on the other side, so you just stop halfway. And then people put boats at the end of it. A dock? I think that's probably... This is not the right island. It's the one with the tigers. It's the one in the middle. I'm a fool and a coward. You know, the bridge. The water... The ocean half bridge. I guess you could call it a dock. I guess you could call it a pier. But why would you call it either of those things when you can call it a bridge? Hi, yo, Orca. Oh, thank God you no longer tell us that we have to do the stupid whirlpool. You just know. Oh, you just know. How do we up? Wait, it is this, right? Did we not even need to get on Orca? Was it connected to the land the whole time? What are you looking for? I'm looking for the whirlpool. I'm so lost. Is it not this one? It's in the ocean? Oh, is the whirlpool still there? Oh, right, because we have to ride on the fish. Hydrate? Yeah, I could do a hydrate. Love to take a sippy. Thank you, Clanky, for the hydrate. Yeah. Alright, I don't need to be hydrating anymore. I've taken my sippy. Yeah, I got beautiful hydrate sprites now. Yeah, I think the whirlpool just wasn't there because it was daytime, and also, oh, my lily pad who summoned that many boobas. That would be a Snorlax's fault. Nightbot knows who everybody is. Nightbot is so smart and clever and good at helping. Ratted you out immediately? This is a badge of honor. Summoning boobas is a glorious thing, and you should be proud. Dragon Place. Thank you for summoning all of the boobas. I'm trying to think, if we summon more boobas, where will we put them? That spot at the top in the middle is where the alerts go, but also my alerts are being weird, so we could cover that up, and we could put more tiny boobas in places, I think.
Finally, Ami, we made it through that whirlpool down to the bottom of the sea. This must be the Dragon Palace in the Kingdom of the...
Aw, hell yeah, more boobas! Let's go. You wanna get in? You got a preference for where these boobas go? Because we're adding a new image now. Boohbah 15. Time for a reskin? Ooh. Are we gonna become Aquato Dog? They can go anywhere. Boobas can go wherever they want, wherever they please. Twitch images, where? Now, here's the question: is where? Where did I put it? Oh God. Booba avatar option one. Oh, I should do oh God. How would that I could do that. I don't think this is gonna be the booba. That's a turtle. We're gonna have the turtle for a second while I figure out where the boobas are in my desktop. Streaming game image. Okay, cool. Alright, turtle. Thank you for your turtle time. Wait, are you a different folder? Where the... Huh? Resources? Oh no. Oh no, I'm lost. Oh no, I'm lost in my own computer. Can we request turtle be part of hat options? We absolutely can. I'm gonna call this turtle hat for a sec. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. You know, I'm gonna leave this as named Boohbah 15. Here's a freebie for y'all. Free turtle. I'm an idiot and realized you can just duplicate or add existing. Add image existing Boohbah 1. There we go. I'll put you right there. And we rename you Boohbah 15. And we name you Turtle. Turtle with a blue turtle. To always be turtle. Turble. Wait. What is the what did it autocorrect? Did it autocorrect turtle to turble, or was it supposed to be turble all along? Yeah, Boohbah. Oh, we've got all the boobies. You spent all your points on Boohbah and you're satisfied. Good choice. Good spent. Points well spent. Boobits well spent. I have figured out something. Right now, the way my little talk sprite works is each emotion or like state, like each emotion is its own source in OBS. Boobies? No, not that one. No, not that one. Turtle with a B. Turble. That's how you're supposed to spell it, I think. Like turbulation. Oh, you're scaring Nightbot. Oh, you're thwomping Nightbot. Thank you for the thwomp.
This must be the Dragon Palace in the Kingdom of the Dragonians.
Alright, I was mid-sentence. I was trying to figure out had quote boobies. Did I say that? Did you say that? Did anybody say that? We did, like 2 seconds ago. Hold on. Nightbot knows the answer to this one. You just said it right now. Oh no, I've been got. I've been duped. I've been tricked. I've been CD'd. I finally figured out a way to use VideoTube to have multiple states like broken and normal, but have the hotkeys be oh, I gotta turn off stream elements. The Akkadian Empire is over for good? 2334 BC to 2137 BC. Oh no! Rest in peace. Stream elements. Get out of here, stream. His store.
Their leader, Otohime, controls the water dragon.
Y'all know about sprite sheets? Like when you play a video game and they have a sprite sheet and it's one image for every... It's one image, but it's broken into pieces. And each piece is like a different animation on the sprite. I think I could do that with VideoTube and have a sprite sheet where instead of each animation, it's like each form. So I could have one image that has my normal and my broken and like a Boohbah version all on the same page. And then just have the same source multiple times but cropped differently. I think I can make this work. Akkadian were not that sad. Don't even remember what they did in history. First empire in history. First doesn't always mean much. You know when you go to a YouTube video and the first comment just says first? That didn't accomplish anything.
Better not let our guard down.
Having the first king and queen in history. If I travel back in time... Anemones. If I travel back in time to, 2333 BC, I could form my own kingdom and become the first king and or queen in history. King Akkad and Queen Kubaba. Kubaba is a powerful name. Gonna save. Hydrate? Yeah, I could do a hydrate. Thank you, Toily. Oh, I am sipping. The first civilization were the Aborigines. Did Aborigines not have, like, a leader? Was there no, like, chief or whatever for the Aborigines? Because wouldn't that technically be a king? I feel like we talked about this last time on stream, but I don't remember if we actually came to a conclusion, like, what makes something a kingdom versus, like, just a region or a chieftain? Yeah, it's like, why come this guy gets to be a king? Always thought it was Sumerians. And what's the difference between a kingdom and an empire? I want to say empire is bigger. Would an empire be multiple? No, it would only, because, Like the Zulu. Like the Zambonis. Like Disney's Hulu.
Halt, you white beast.
Dynasty. Yeah, Dynasty. Whoa.
What business do you have in the Dragon Palace? You talking to us? The Dragonian Kingdom is no place for land dwellers. State your names. Who do you think you are talking to us like that?
An empire consists of the conquest of other places. An empire is a sovereign state made up of many countries or cultures that are ruled by a single individual, usually an emperor or empress. A kingdom is made up of land from the same region or territory that is ruled by a king or queen. Oh. But like, even in a kingdom, you have different areas that would be ruled by like by dukes and stuff. From the same region. I guess if it's split up, it becomes an empire? Brazil was classified as an empire? Why? How big is Brazil? How many... Did Brazil do a conquest?
What do you think you are talking to us like that? Besides, you're the ones who let that water dragon.
Brazil is huge. Gonna need to see Brazil on a map. Maps throw me off because the only thing I know is that Australia is large, but you wouldn't think it because it's so far away. Brazil has a cool flag. Oh shit, what? Brazil is huge. Wait, is it? Holy shit, why is Brazil this big? Why did I think Brazil was smaller than this? Hold on, I gotta... Whoa. Why is my button colors? Oh, I still haven't fixed it. Look how big the Brazil is. Look at that. All that is Brazil? 1822 AD, the Brazilian Empire. Brazil, you large. How did you get this big? What did you eat? I know very nothing about anything, I think. Oh god, there's so many Boohbahs, I forgot. Oh, they're all in sync now. Just like the Backstreet Boys.
I'm Isun, wandering artist and protector of Queen Himiko, ruler of Seion City. Now hurry up and go fetch your leader, Otohime, for me. Chop chop. I have no time for lowly servants.
Don't be mean to them, they're doing their job. Pedro the First being the first during the Brazilian Empire. What did Pedro II do? Did he live up to his father's legacy?
Himiko? Queen Himiko from Seion City? Then that white beast must be... Hey, what are you two babbling on about? You gonna go get Otohime or not?
Who?
This way, O beast of white. Her Royal Highness will receive you in the throne room.
I think I could start an empire. I think I played Age of Empires before, and so I've got experience. Put that on my resume. Son wanted to break away from Portuguese rule. Congratulations, or I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Didn't even know Brazil was an empire before your eyes are open. I probably couldn't have even placed Brazil on a map if you asked me. I'm not good at geometry.
Has your journey here tired you, O esteemed guest of Otohime? It's been decades since...
I mean, I can now because we literally just looked at the map, but before that, couldn't do it. I know where Canada is. I know where the US is. I know where Mexico is. I know where Italy is because that's a boot. I know where Japan is because that's where anime comes from. Anywhere else in the world? I might be able to guess. I'm not good at map lands. The Empire's flag was cool looking. Oh, I want to see that. Brazil Empire flag. Looks like a... Well, there's many of these. It's like a cross with a line and some stars and the earth and some leaves and a crown and a diamond. There's a lot of things going on here. I like the new Brazil flag. This one's cooler. It's got like a space orb on it. How to draw Brazil Empire flag. Well, you do it just like that. I'm always worried when I scroll through Google because I'm pretty sure I have safe search on, but like anything can happen on the internet. It's been decades since we've had land-dwelling visitor here. Oh god, my controller is controlling the browser and not the game. R34? That's a letter and some numbers. Are we playing chess? Is that how chess works? Knight to J12. Don't go- Oh, R34 like rule 34. Okay. I was still thinking about Brazil. You can name all 213 countries, eyfey? No, I cannot. If I tried to do that, I would embarrass myself by naming something that wasn't a country. I would either say a continent or just like a city or something. And then I would have to quit streaming and change my name. In that order, I guess? And a lupine guessed at that. I must say, this is quite unusual. I wish I knew what Otohime was thinking. Countries of the world quiz right now? I mean, 7 continents. Here's even the thing is... I might not even be able to do that. Is the Americas one continent or is it North and South America? I think it's different depending on who you ask in capitals. One of the things from my past memories that makes me cringe a bunch is when I said Europe isn't a continent. But hear me out here. Hear me out here. Number one, we were in Japanese class, and the word for continent in Japanese is dairiku, which means big land. And so when I hear continent and my brain translate big land to continent, but also island. Check your Discord. Oh, what are we doing in Discord? Oh god, there's so many messages. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, Blue Christo, thank you for this. This is going on stream immediately. As soon as I figure out how to do this. Twitch. Images. Hold on, I gotta get this on here. Alright, back to, but yeah, so my brain was like, Europe can't be a continent, a dairiku, because Eurasia is a dairiku, and Europe is only part of that. But it's not. Thank you, Nightbot. You can name it. I can name at least 3 countries. Shit, now I'm not even Canada's a country, right? Mexico's a country, US are country. These are countries and not continents are the big ones. Countries are the is Europe Europe is made of country. Europe is made of countries like Spain and Italy. Kangaisuki. My problem is I'm not a complete idiot, but I'm kind of an idiot. And every time I say things, I am afraid that I'm defining words wrong in my brain. And so I'm gonna say, I may as well do the quiz. South America being a continent. That is, right? North America, South America, Europe, China, Australia is all of it. Antarctica? How many was that? How do I get an image in here? I'm gonna call this Boohbah. North, South. Okay, so there's North America, there's South America, there's East America, there's West America. There's Europe and there's Super Europe. And then there's Tiny Australia and regular Australia. And New Zealand is there. Asia and Oceania. Oceania is an ocean. Oh god, how do I... What did I do? Oh no. Oh no. Help. The Boohbah. Oh, the Boohbah. You're gonna sit right there, buddy. Beautiful Boohbah. Thank you of Blue Christo for this gracious creature. Okay. Atlantis is a country, a continent, and an empire. Did I say Atlanta? I meant Atlantis. Mars is a continent, but the moon is a country. I wish I knew what Otohime was thinking. In geography class, your teacher would make us take a mini test every day naming a lot of countries. You know Atlantis, where we are right now. Okay, I would do a name all the countries or name 213 countries quiz, but like I don't even know how I would do that. I would just start listing them and then I would run out after maybe like 12. Mars has the biggest mountain. I was about to say in the world, but that's literally another world. Mars has the biggest mountain on Mars. How do we know there's not another planet that we haven't seen it yet that has an even bigger mountain? Like the one they threw the ring in the Hobbits. With the elf and the dwarf. Mount Lordor, Hordor, Vordor, Solomon, Saruman, Monkeyman. That's probably a big one. But they climbed it, so it can't be that big.
This way leads to the water dragon's garden. The water dragon lives there, but it has become violent. The dragon palace wouldn't stand a chance if the dragon was angered, so only our own people are permitted beyond this point. You must turn back. All right.
I can't even name all the countries in Lord of the Rings. There's the Shire where the hobbits live, and Mount Doom where the orcs. And that's all I know.
Beyond here it lies the Soothing Spring. It's a place of relaxation for us Dragonians, so only our own are permitted beyond this point. You must turn back now.
Name the hobbits' characters. Brumbo, Crumbo, Bingo, Spingo, Smungo, Fungo, Blungo, and Boppus. Did I get it?
Ami doesn't it seem like we've been meeting lots of girls lately? I mean, how long has it been since we ran into a guy?
Well, we helped a man catch a fish, and then we helped the cat man cut the fish.
I only half hope they don't take advantage of me.
Hey, Isun? You shush now. Never read nor watched The Hobbit, so you'll say A+. Frodo. Bilbo. Sam and Pennywise. The USS Johnston is 21,200 feet below the sea. Is that a mountain or Atlantis or a guy? SS Rio Grande is... These are boats, right? If there's two S's, it's a boat. 19,800 feet below the sea? I mean, that's where a boat belongs in the water. And when they are done with their service, they retire under the water. Huh? Oh, it's you. Otohime invited you, right? Battleship from the war? Wait, which war? You were here last stream. There's like 5 billion wars. 1944? The 1944 war? The War of 44? The 40 War? 44? FWARTYFOUR. They sunk during battle. Rest in peace. But what on earth does she want with a wolf? At any rate, she's upstairs in the throne room right now. Okay, we going up. Oh, we're going up. World War II. Was that the year was that the year World War II was? Are you sure it wasn't like a different one? Sure it wasn't the 40 war? 44? Hello?
Oh. Since when did they let dogs into the Dragon Palace? Still, I'm not one to turn up my nose at a customer, even a dog. This is the palace's treasure vault, and I'm the vault keeper. But everything's got its price, see? You want to buy anything? 1939 to 1945.
6 years. That's longer than I've been alive. Wait, no, hold on. The other way around. I've been alive. That's... 1937 for Japan. Wait. Oh, right. World War I was about the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand or Frenzidan or whatever his name was. World War II... Did Japan start that one? Was it between them and Fear 5? Shh, don't tell people on the internet. I told them I'm old. I'm over 18. Oh, this is where we buy things that we don't need. 5-year-old robot. It's okay, I have memories from before I was born. I have memories that are older than 5 years old, so it counts. It counts and it's fine. I was not alive during World War II. I think this is an important fact to state. This is the Dragon Palace, a sacred place inhabited by us Dragonians since ancient times. Well, there you go, Isun. There's a guy. And our first guest in ages is an animal like you. Nothing's predictable here in Hiroshima, I guess. For that, I'm gonna take your treasure. Holy Incantation. Huh, canine visitors are few and far between here. Presumably the gods allowed you in here then. I see her. I love this friend with a little octopus on they shouldies. How do I get that in my life? No doubt you're part of some plan Otohime has devised. If you're alive during World War II, you'd be pretty old. You would be at least 6 years old. America joined the Allies after Pearl Harbor when Germany... Yeah, I remember that much. I remember that America was like, I don't know if we want to get in on this. And then Pearl Harbor happened and they're like, oh, actually, I think we're going to get in on this. Dad was alive during it. He was 4 when it started. So your dad is at least 6 years old. And actually part of some plan Otohime has devised. You better hurry to the throne room and meet with her. I would if I could figure out how to get there. We got bubbles on screen. India felt the same way. Did India ever get involved? Did anybody ever come up to India and be like, hey, we're gonna bomb some stuff? Oh! Oh, she have crab. She have crab friend. What on earth is happening to the Dragon Palace these days? The water dragon... going mad? There's no end of worrisome things going on. At least 7. That's true. You have to be 7 if you're a dad? I hope there's no 7-year-old dads out there, unless they were like a 7-year-old and they adopted a hermit crab and they're like, I'm a hermit crab dad now. Then I think it's okay to be a 7-year-old dad. But it's a lot of responsibility. Wasn't coming by their way. They saw no point in joining, but it was part of the British Empire back then, being called the British Raj. Oh. Oh, I probably have to go back here, huh? Yeah, that's an elevator. There's so many countries in the world, and like, whoa. Coral hair. Hello? Achievement unlocked. Dragonian Dilemma.
Welcome, both of you. Welcome to the Dragon Palace. You're in the Kingdom of Dragonians now.
I couldn't care less who or what you are. So Japan started expanding their empire after Pearl Harbor. So how did, like, the Axis powers even get together? Like, Japan was... I need to watch the history of the world again, because I know Japan was, like, doing its own stuff. And then Germany's like, yeah, okay, well, we too. And then Germany got wild with it, and then Italy was like, what about us too? And then the three of them were like, what if we all do it on a team against the people who are on the other team? And that's how every war goes, I think. Tri-party pact, treaties. China gave Japan a lot of issues. Yeah. There's some, rough history between Japan and China and Korea. It's kind of like, I guess when you're neighboring countries, you probably fight a lot because you're right next to each other, and every country always wants to get bigger. Bigger than before. But the other countries also want to get bigger. So they're like, well, we're going to take some of you to get bigger. They're like, no, 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 that'll make us smaller. We want to get bigger, so we're actually going to take some of you. When France fell to Germany, Italy joined in. Oh. They saw people who were like them and formed together. They all hate each other and have each committed atrocities on each other. Yeah, like in Europe. I'm pretty sure literally like every country is like that. It's weird being in North America. It's weird being in the US because I know atrocities have absolutely happened here, but like it's so separated from all of the Europe shenanigans. Like a lot of English speaking history classes are going to be Europe centric. So you mostly learn about like, all right, here's what the English and the French and the Spanish and the Italians and the Germans, and they all did it. Every country hates America. Fair, probably. We're obnoxious. Mussolini was against a war, but then decided to use mustard gas on Ethiopia. Yikes. I think everybody should just chill is the thing. I think everybody should just take a moment, have a sit. America was probably, well, Europe was waging war on their own, all the different countries. I think America was waging war on the people who were here before, which is very sad.
I couldn't care less who or what you are. All I'm interested in is that lady sitting on her rump over there. That's your leader, right? Well, we have some choice words for her.
The only people who've always been good friends with the British are the Portuguese? That's interesting. How did that wind up happening? Were they just like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, and English were like, yeah, you guys are chill. We won't do anything too heinous to you. Wild. Nightbot loves learning about history. That's a scream of, yeah! That's a scream of excitement. Nightbot says, ah! I love history. Thanky Clanky. One of the oldest treaties they signed. Wow. I think everybody should sign a peace treaty that is in effect forever. Spooky. cocaine. Every country should have a friendship. Every country should sign a piece of paper that says, I will never, ever, ever do a hit on you. And we're friendship forever. And then wars will be gone for the end of till the end of time. And they'll have to do it because they signed the paper.
Yes, it is I, Otohime, ruler of the Dragon Palace and leader of the Dragonians.
That's she. Friendship is magic. It's true. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me? Especially Israel and Palestine, especially. We're gonna need to get them the friendship papers stat. The Good Friday Agreement worked in Northern Ireland. Did that say we're friends except on Fridays?
Oh, ahem. Anyway, we wanted to ask you something. You know that water dragon that's been running amok lately? Well, it's under your control, right? How did you keep that thing on a leash? And what's with sending your emissary to come get us? Are you really that desperate?
Good Friday is the one before Easter, right? So do they get all their fighting done on that day? And then they hunt for eggs? 2 days later?
The Dragonians are prepared to do whatever is necessary. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. What the? You know about Ami?
Ended the troubles up there. 1968 to 1998. That's recent. That's more recent than World War II. That's almost 2000s, which is almost where we are right now. Everybody should have a Good Friday. Oh yeah, when was the Irish famine?
The water dragon is our guardian deity and protector of the seas. It kept the peace by pacifying chaos wherever it reared its head. But that all changed just 1 month ago. Oni Island, the dark place of ancient legends, suddenly appeared. Evil beings swarmed the sea and laid siege to the Dragon Palace. We mustered our forces to battle, but the enemy was too strong.
1840s, but Ireland had a few famines before that time. Just waiting. Chris Crow, you are so full of knowledge. And from your knowledge, we are being full of knowledge. I hope everybody comes to these streams and leaves a little bit smarter or not. I was gonna say, or a little bit dumber. Is it better to leave a stream smarter or dumber? I hope everybody leaves this stream alive. Remembered one was the most devastating. I feel like a lot of times we get taught that, like, the potato famine was like, oh, he. They were all growing one type of potato and they deserved it because they didn't mix it up. But also, apparently, it was not that. It was very much like a imposed famine. I forget if it was through, like, taxation or blocking of imports. I hope this stream has brought you something. I hope this stream has put boobas into your heart. I do want to go to the Google. Hold on. What caused the Irish potato famine? The Great Famine. Did go on to the early 1850s, same with the Black Death. The Great Famine, also called Irish Potato Famine, Great Irish Famine, or Famine of 1845 to 49 famine that occurred in Ireland in 1845 to 49 when the potato crop failed in successive years. The crop failures were caused by late blight, a disease that destroys both the leaves and the edible roots or tubers of the potato plant. The causative agent of late blight is the water mold, Phytophthora festans. The Irish famine was the worst to occur in Europe in the 19th century. Forgot to do the wordle for today. Go quick! Go quick! blight enemy. Cause of the Great Famine. In the early 19th century, Ireland's tenant farmers as a class, especially in the west of Ireland, struggled both to provide for themselves and to supply the British market with cereal crops. Many farmers had long existed at virtually the subsistence level, given the small size of their allotments and the various hardships that the land presented for farming in some regions. The potato, which had become a staple crop in Ireland by the 18th century, was appealing in that it was a hardy, nutritious, and calorie-dense crop and relatively easy to grow in the Irish soil. You're just finishing your Wordle. Oh yeah, you get your new Wordle already. I've got a little over 2 hours before I can do the next Wordle. India has had the most famines, about 13 famines during British rule. That's interesting. I wonder if those were caused by... What would those even be caused by? By the early 1840s, almost half the Irish population, but primarily the rural the rural poor had come to depend almost exclusively on the potato for their diet. Irish tenant farmers often permitted landless laborers, known as cottiers, to live and work on their farms as well as to keep their own potato plots. A typical cottier family consumed about 8 pounds of potatoes per person per day. That's a lot of potatoes, an amount that probably provided about 80% or more of the calories they consumed. The rest of the population also consumed large quantities of potatoes. A heavy reliance on just 1 or 2 high-yielding types of potatoes greatly reduced the genetic variety that ordinarily prevents the decimation of an entire crop by disease, and thus the Irish became vulnerable to famine. I would love a fat Irish potato feast, honestly. In 1845, a strain of the water molds Phytophoria infestans, which caused late blight in potatoes, as well as tomato plants, arrived in Ireland accidentally from North America. When plants became infected with it, lesions appear on the leaves, petioles, and stems. A whitish growth of spore-producing structures may appear in the margin of lesions on the underleaf surfaces. Potato tubers develop rot up to 15 millimeters or 0.6 inches deep. Secondary fungi and bacteria often invade potato tubers. This is just telling me about how blight works. I think the main problem was that there were so many farmers, so many poor rural farmers having to supply the British with their cereal crop and only being able to eat the potatoes for themselves and not being able to have their own varied plethora, isn't the cornucopia of vegetables and meat that you grow from the ground.
We mustered our forces to battle, but the enemy was too strong. Most of our realm fell into the hands of the forces of darkness.
Whoa, look at that darkness. That's an eel, I know it. That's eel.
It was then that the water dragon appeared. With overwhelming strength, it routed the enemy's forces.
As bad as it was starving, the British taxed the hell out of the Irish until Charles Stewart Parnell fought for fair house tax. Yeah. ABC always be coming down to taxes, is history how it do it.
But the enemy's leader, the Dark Lord, had unimaginable powers. The water dragon nearly fell in the face of his onslaught.
He's brought down by news of him having an affair. Wild. It is always weird to me how, like, people care. British media is wild. Yeah, like, people care so much about, yeah, like, people having an affair or people, like, cheating on their spouse or having, like, a fling or whatever. And it's like, got it in 4 tries? Oh, nice. It was yesterday's word or today's word? A tricky word. 226 was a tricky word because it could have been so many words spelled very similar. How Boris is getting heat right now. I don't even know who Boris is. Boris is a name that somebody in like a cartoon would give to a bear owned by a like Russian stereotype. Boris.
The water dragon nearly fell in the face of his onslaught. So grave were his wounds that he flew into an uncontrollable rage.
Oliver Cromwell was another feared name that still sends shivers up the Irish spine. I was gonna ask what did he do, but if he's doing atrocities, I don't know if I want to hear him. Boris Johnson, the British Prime Minister, England's Trump getting in hot water for violating shutdown. Oh, jeez. We are still in a quarantine is the problem. Prime Minister after Theresa May. There's diseases out there.
The dark forces then pulled back from the sea, leaving behind these chaotic waters plagued by the rampaging dragon.
So you're saying that control of the water dragon...
We never had control of the water dragon. It's our guardian deity.
Celebrating his birthday during the pandemic? Do that over a Zoom call, bud. Have everybody take a picture of themselves eating a piece of cake and then, like, make a digital collage of it. You don't have to get together. Members of his party having Christmas celebrations. Bud. Simply don't. It's just that easy. Just stay inside. He's actually in real trouble about it. Americans would just shrug. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think everybody should just hold your breath. Never forget 1642 in Ireland and in 1690. Well, 1690 has the funny number right in the middle of it. So I can remember that pretty easy. I don't know what happened in that year. Is one of those years the years where all the snakes were about? You know? I don't know. I don't know anything.
But its madness now endangers us as much as anyone else.
You've got to be kidding me. The water dragon is supposed to break the barrier on Onishima. Oh, shit! Welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Welcome, 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 welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Welcome, 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 welcome! Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid, Limo Phoenix. Did you have a good Pokemon? Did you catch them all? Did you throw bags at a big guy? There were no snakes in Ireland. There were before the last Ice Age. There was like a the St. Paddy's Day thing is supposed to be about driving the snakes out of Ireland, but I know it's not actual snakes. It's like a people are the snakes. Like how you can call people rats. You threw so many bags at a big guy. Nice. I love to be throwing bags at a big guy. Oh, Clanky, you're close to 666 Boobits. Is that one unsummon? Think about this, though. If you have 666 Boobits, you could do a hat. For the price of grinding up every Boobas plus one Boobit, you could get a hat. Thought that was Whacking Day. That might be Whacking Day. Is Whacking Day a real day, and can I celebrate it by piñata? St. Patrick was a Welsh slave. Rest in peace.
What hope do we have of attacking the enemy if it won't help us?
Hat or price to play by erasing everything. Well, I will say it's 10 o'clock now. I don't think I'm going to be playing for that much longer. And the Boobas will go away on their own. So the choice is yours. Either you can unsummon the Boobas and enjoy probably a few minutes of Booba-free screen. Or you could continue saving up for an even more fabulous prize. I have no idea if Whacking Day is real was on The Simpsons. I feel like it's probably a thing. 1642 was when the Catholics were drowning the Protestant. Yikes. And 1690, funny number, was the Battle of Boyne in Northern Ireland. Who's Boyne? Or where is Boyne? Thank you, Nightbot. And what are they battling? And why are they battling? Convincing you'll save your currency for right now. Yeah, I'm probably, because it's 10 o'clock now, I'm probably going to go for like a little bit. Just knows the Booba hat. Yes, beautiful art by fantastic artist and friend Blue Christo. Beautiful Boohbah of Blueba. Thank you, Clanky. William and Orange and the Jackerfights. Bow. Is it weird that I read Bow in my head as Breath of Wild at first? Hey, Chase. I hope you're enjoying all these boobas. And history lessons about Ireland. And famines.
What hope do we have of attacking the enemy if it won't help us?
Breath of Wild, your breath. Breath of... Wow. Thank you, Nightbot. I will enjoy these. Make those carrots orange. Is that what William of Orange did? Was he dyed all the carrots orange? Why is him name Orange? Did he eat oranges? Was he a citrusman? Thank you, Snorlax. Can we combine them all into one to speed up the lesson plan? The boobas and the Irish history and the Okami? Carrots are originally purple. Oh, I knew that. I did know that. I did know that carrots used to be different color. But what I don't know is why they're orange now. On purpose? Boobas are involved. Boobas made the carrots orange with their funny magic. All into one bite-sized bit. Let me real quick Google Ireland fact. Boohbah. What the fuck? Did I just find a Boohbah Creepypasta? No, I found like a retro toy blog. Came home with a sack full of toys from last week's charity shop expedition, plus a few car boot finds too. There were so many little toys I couldn't fit them all on the table to photograph together. I found a few dolls, including Novia Stars and Mr. T, a lot of fast food toys, several different figures, a few plushies, including another Boohbah hot water bottle cover. Boohbah hot water bottle cover? Found a well-read 6-pack of Paddington Bear books and 4 My Little Pony. You can just buy boobas. What if I search Boohbah Creepypasta? Show the Boohbah Creepypasta. Hold on. It comes up when I search it. Well... I hope you're... The beaker culture is where it's at. Oh, hold on. I was paying so much attention to boobas. I missed out on some chat. Bananas used to be different. Bananas used to be different flavor, and I think that's what all banana candy's based off of, and I hate banana candy, but I like regular bananas, so I think maybe it was a good thing that the old bananas died. People cheered his return by putting oranges on swords. That's powerful. I don't know what beaker culture is. Swords is where bananas go. Are you guys ready to hear, how long is this? Not very long. You guys ready to hear, Creepypasta Boohbah Lost episode? Red and blue bananas? Alright. The pasta. At the very, very top of this, it says, important. 1. Don't say that I copied Teletubbies Creepypasta. 2. No, the pasta you were gonna read is not a troll pasta. Early Celtic settlers to English in Ireland. Some people may remember the TV show Boohbah. It was a rather weird show and generally disturbing. Children were everywhere, and there were dances, plus a segment involving the story people. Original Creepypasta, do not steal. Today, I went to my local Goodwill store. The store clerk had recently gotten a pre-owned VHS tape. It said Boohbah Lost episode, Playground Mysteries. The clerk told me the customer who sold it was extremely upset and that he did not want to watch it anymore. I bought it anyway, despite the warnings about the upset customer. I grabbed the popcorn with the cinnamon condiment. What? I grabbed the popcorn with the cinnamon condiment. Watched it a lot in London. I hope you saw I hope you saw this lost episode and also grabbed the popcorn with the cinnamon condiment. Inserted the tape into the DVD/VHS player and started playing it. Let's skip the PBS Kids logo and went straight to the intro. Everything was okay at first. The intro was normal, but then after the intro, it cuts to black until a voice that sounded like Whoopi Goldberg can be heard saying something disturbing. Life does not mean anything. It's about all of the consequences. What? Why Whoopi Goldberg? I thought that was rather weird for a kid's TV show. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg? It started with Humba sitting at a table. He was rather sad and depressed. He then looked at the camera and spoke in a voice that sounded like Owen Wilson. There's nothing quite like it. Why are you, like, name-dropping celebrities? Voice of authority. It skipped to another scene. It depicted a rather cartoony-looking playground with a climbing frame. You mean like a jungle gym? Yeah, same brain moments. It was all hand-drawn. Whoever made this playground should be responsible for this What? What is that? It skipped to another scene. It depicted a rather cartoony-looking playground with a climbing frame. It was all hand-drawn. Whoever made this playground should be responsible for this garbage. But after 10 seconds, a sickening scene appeared. Watch another celebrity will be named. Oh, I'm waiting for it. There were story people. But they were... What? They were all committing harakiri. Blood was stained everywhere, along with realistic-looking intestines and organs scattered across the ground. I hurled in the trash bin after this. Then it cuts to black, and that same voice was heard again. But this time, she said another disturbing message. Yeah, why harakiri? Good night, Snorlax. Good luck with the Boohbah's Country's Okami, Owen Wilson, and Pirates of Pokemon spin-offs nap time. Have a good sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for summoning so many Boohbahs. Don't dream of this creepypasta. Only dream of good Boohbahs and not whatever is happening here. Then it cuts to black and the same voice was heard again, but this time she said another disturbing message. Life is meaningless. The truth is that all of you are going to die by getting hit by a nuclear bomb. No one understands it. A nuclear bomb then hit Boohbah Zone. The screen of the torn apart bodies of Noddy and Arthur flashed 10 times. Teenager's first creepypasta, honestly. After that, a picture of the playground appears, with the kids from the show hanging on nooses. Blood was seeping from their necks as they were hanging. Next to them were the Boohbahs with black eyes and red pupils. I vomited 2 more times in the trash bin. I want you to know that every time they type trash bin, the T and the B are capitalized like it's a proper name. After that, the scene cut to the ending credits, except the white text was on a black background. At the end, there was a message. Oh, God. Welcome. You're in the middle of a Boohbah Creepypasta reading. Your favorite Okami characters. Do I start over? Do I start over for the Raiders? We didn't get that far. What in the world is this? Oh, we're summoning more Boohbahs. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Boohbah number 16 on screen. Please read. Yeah, I'm gonna restart this for you guys. We're reading a Boohbah creepypasta because we can. But also I have to get another Boohbah on screen, like, right now. You can be over here, I guess. Hanging out on top of her head. Oh my God. You're not that. Oh, right. You know what I didn't do? Because I forgot. I forgot to shout out Limo Phoenix, play cool Splatoon 2. Wait, that's not it. You were playing the Arceus Legend. And you were you were busy. I don't even remember. You will be playing Splatoon, and then shout out a Reborn. If anybody in the chat is not following these folk, do it. They're so good at stream and play. Also, how did your stream go today, Reborn? I didn't get to pop in today, but I'm guessing you were doing more solo queue, more squid splat and jam. I'm starting over this creepypasta. Some people may remember the TV show Boohbah. It was a rather weird show and generally disturbing. Children were everywhere, and there were dances, plus a segment involving the story people. Painted things with the team? Nice! Always be covering stuff in paint. You're just to follow either. You gotta. Oh, thank you, Chilfin, for the follow. It's the little frog is hidden behind the Boohbah, but that's okay. Today, I went to my local Goodwill store. The store clerk had recently gotten a pre-owned VHS tape. It said, Boohbah Lost Episode, Playground Mysteries. The clerk told me the customer who sold it was extremely upset, and that he did not want to watch it anymore. I want you to know that's all in quotes, including, and that he did not want to watch it anymore. Kaiba boy. I bought it anyway, despite the warnings about the upset customer. I grabbed the popcorn with the cinnamon condiment, inserted the tape into the DVD/VHS player, and started playing it. It skipped the PBS Kids logo and went straight into the intro. Everything was okay at first. The intro was normal, but after the intro, it cuts to black until a voice that sounded like Whoopi Goldberg can be heard saying something disturbing. The accidentally tense game music. Yeah, this is perfect background music. Anyway, this is what Whoopi Goldberg's sounding voice said. Life does not mean anything. It's about all of the consequences. I thought that was rather weird for a kid's TV show. It started with Humba sitting at a table. He was rather sad and depressed. He then looked at the camera and spoke in a voice that sounded like Owen Wilson. There's nothing quite like it. It skipped to another scene. It depicted a rather cartoony-looking playground with a climbing frame. It was all hand-drawn. Whoever made this playground should be responsible for this garbage. But after 10 seconds, a sickening scene appeared. Trigger warning for the sickening scene. Blood? Oh, Tohime speaks the truth. There's little hope left. There were story people, but they were committing harakiri. Blood was stained everywhere, along with realistic-looking intestines and organs splattered across the ground. I hurled in the trash bin after this. Then it cuts to black, and that same voice was heard again, but this time she said another disturbing message. Life is meaningless. The truth is that all of you are going to die by getting hit in a nuclear bomb. No one understands it. Hurled in the trash bin. A nuclear bomb then hit Boo Zone. The screen of the torn apart bodies of Naughty and Arthur flashed 10 times. If you can see from the front, wait till you see from the back. Hit in a nuclear. Yeah, it says. No, hold on. It says, life is meaningless. The truth is that all of you are going to die by getting hit by a nuclear bomb. No one understands it. Favorite character is trash bin. I'm gonna need a space after trash and then capitalize that B. Because that is how they spell it every single time. Capital T, capital B, trash bin. After that, a picture of the playground appeared with the kids from the show hanging on nooses. Blood was seeping from their necks as they were hanging. Next to them were the boobas with black eyes and red pupils. I vomited 2 more times in the trash bin. Trash bin. Favorite character, trash bin. After that, the scene cut to ending credits, except the white text was on a black background. At the end, there was a message Russian saying... Alright, here we are, new part. Can't read this, hold on, I'm gonna need Google to say this for me. Translate.
В жизни нет смысла, кроме последствий.
Anyway, that's what the message said. which translates to, "There is no meaning to life except the consequences." After the message, it went black for 5 seconds. Suddenly, the familiar PBS Kids Dash logo played. I recognized it immediately. The color was red instead of green. The mouth had sharp, saber-like teeth with hints of red on them. The worst part, however, was the eyes. Consequences of these boobas. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia from the backpack. These nuts. Oh god, Dash's eyes were absolutely demobilizing. Why did you choose that word? You got a thesaurus out for that one. I don't want to remember them, but I must soldier on. The white eyes were now bloodshot. The pure red veins are noticeable all around, with bloodstains surrounding the edges of the eyes. The blue corneas were now seen in an even deeper shade of blue. Inside of the corneas were pure white highlights. The white highlights would overpower the entire cornea, each one of them alternating every half millisecond. What does that mean? Dash started thinking and then said doink in a demonic voice. Dash started thinking and then said doink in a demonic voice. Then the final seconds of the logo are the same as the original. Finally, the logo ended. Sorry, let me get a character voice on this. Doink. I turned off the TV and ran up Ragdoll about the episode. They replied, "We had 237 complaints, and that it had bad CGI. The man who worked on it was called Jordan Sheepish. He had a friend who went to a playground, but apparently he was on drugs and was depressed. He had recently committed suicide. Christian, who killed himself, and Jordan were the artists, but Jordan never got to complete the episode because progress was halted when Ragdoll found out what it was. It was sent to PBS Kids by mistake. They aired it without realizing the content. Not unnamed drugs and depression and the playground." After the episode ended with the demonic PBS Kids logo. So did Jordan and Christian, who killed himself, did they make the demonic logo too? I didn't think that the episode people made that. I thought that was supplied by the studio. Anyway, after the episode ended with the demonic PBS Kids logo, complaints started ringing in. Parents said it was disturbing for their children and that it was scarier and more worse than the Lion and Bear segment from Teletubbies. BBC agreed to air the episode once. I don't think they would do that. So you got infected with demons? Obviously. I think if the studio, saw an episode where people were cutting open their stomachs with realistic, blood and organs, I don't think they would air that. I don't think they're allowed to, legally, I don't think they can air that. Jordan killed himself after the BBC aired it, fearing that life is not about anything and that it is consequence. That doesn't mean anything. They're not allowed to air it. That's why it's a creepypasta. Yeah, I know, but life is meaningless. It's about the consequences of life. After hearing this, I recorded the episode with a phone and uploaded it to Dailymotion. After a few days, my video reached 10,000 views and it had 20 comments. Some comments read, "OMG, that episode of Boohbah was scarier than Regan McNeil from the Scary Maze game." What? That's the weirdest comment to leave. But also, that's the sort of comments you get on the internet, so I can't even say that's unrealistic. Why is this monstrosity a thing? I'm gonna have nightmares because of this. Oh god, I need to show my parents this lost episode. No, 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 no. That was the scariest lost episode I saw in my life. So I returned the tape to Goodwill. I had nightmares until the next day. So you had nightmares once. The next morning, the doorbell rang. A man with blood stained on his clothes appeared. The man told me, "My name is Ted Goldman." I knew that Ted was the same person who worked on Pingu's Punishment. And that's it. That's the end. That's how it ends. They're not allowed to air it. That's why it's creepypasta. You think they sold the evil Sonic games? Probably. I bet Ted Goldman worked on that too. I feel like the Russian segment would be spooky because you wouldn't know Russian. Yeah, like, you would have to get, like, voice to translate. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed whatever that was. The Boohbah's Lost episode of Mystery of the Playground. Playground Mysteries. Have any of you guys seen what Teletubbies would look like if it was monochrome? Probably pretty good, right? Amoga. Oh. Well, well, they look like this. I don't know why some of them are just like evil. Help. Oh, I mean, well, no, that's just the regular. Here we go. This is what it looks like. This is them. This is them, and this is normal, and this is fine. I feel like a lot of people are like blacking out their eyes when they really don't need to. Cause like they would just look like this. They would just look like weird little monkeys. They're fine. They're just little guys. I mean, like, obviously they're no Boohbahs. But they're Boohbah-esque. I think the people who made Boohbahs are the same people who made Teletubbies. Anne Frank. Anne Frank was also in black and white in pictures. And she was born in the same year as Martin Luther King Jr. Ah, Nightbot is so scared of the black and white Teletubbies. Thank you, Clanky.
Indeed, there's little hope left. It appears that all is gone as the Dark Lord planned.
The Dark Lord? Who's the Dark Lord? I mean, I don't want to listen to her once more, but I think I have to talk to her again. Nazi Teletubbies low blow. Yeah. Wait, was that one of the pictures? Oh, that's dumb. They shouldn't do that. If you want to do scary, like, bleeding eye Teletubbies, that's fine. But don't make fun of, like, real people's tragedies that happened.
The water dragon is our guardian and protector of the seas. It kept the peace by pacifying chaos wherever it reared its head, but that all changed just 1 month ago.
Yes, we heard this story. We heard it. We have to fight it. We saw the eel. Hello? Why do you still have a triangle?
Dark forces then pulled back from the sea, leaving behind.
You must sleep off hunting the Pokemon. Good luck with go to sleep tonight. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with talking to Otohime, I'm gonna find a safe spot and end for the night, because it's bedtime. But thanks for stopping by, Luma Phoenix. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the watching and the chatting and the Boohbahs. Dumb things you came out with back then. Justin Bieber still wonders if Anne Frank would have been a believer. Oh yeah, he did done say that, huh? How old would she be if she was alive today? Like, pretty old, right? Not like insane, not like 100 years old, but like probably older than his like teenage girl audience, target demographic. Probably 100. Maybe 100? I want to say like 80s? Am I gonna actually Google Anne Frank birthday right now? Because I think I'm going to. I don't need to image search that. 1929. Oh, so almost 100. Yeah, 93. Because it's 22 right now. So she'd be like 90-something for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Math. Google lied to you. Oh, did you Google, like, how old would Anne Frank be if she was alive now? And then it probably pulled up an article from, like, 40 years ago, which is weird because the internet wasn't then. Was it? 80s? There was internet in the 80s. I was like 40 years ago, the 60s. No, it's 2022.
These chaotic waters are plagued by the rampaging
Oh, I'm on the wrong buttons.
You cannot break the barrier on Oni Island without the water dragon. It appears that all...
There's a has missing from this sentence. It appears that all gone as the Dark Lord planned.
All has gone as the Dark Lord planned.
No, right?
We don't need to hear all that stuff again. We can't break the barrier on Oni Island without the water dragon. Himiko prayed so long and hard to locate that dang island, now we can't even get on it. Come on, Ami, you're a god, aren't you? Don't you have some secret weapon hidden up your sleeve? Please, wait. It is true we cannot control the water dragon. However, there is still a way to harness its power. There is? Then why didn't you just say so?
Can't believe next year is 2023. Right? Did you do much for Martin Luther King Day? That was this month? Next month. I got a day off work, and that was nice, but I don't think it was on the actual day. That is the January holiday. Then what's the February one? Is that President's Day?
Why didn't you just say so? It is a deed of last resort and fraught with grave danger.
2 weeks ago? Okay, yeah, I got a day off work, but I didn't actually, like... I don't think that's a day you celebrate. It's like a day that you get off work in school unless you work, like, retail. In which case, the only holidays that matter are none of them, I guess. Sometimes Christmas, but usually not even that.
Alas, it is beyond our power. That is why we summoned you, Amaterasu. You probably want us to go tie a leash around the dragon, right?
Washington and Lincoln's birthdays next month. Yeah, that's President's Day. Another holiday that's like, it's not actually any, you don't do anything, but you just get a day off.
Well, we're not gonna do anything crazy like that. It's not like we couldn't pull it off or anything. Right, Ami? I mean, Orca would probably help us out, right? This deed of last resort is as follows. You must retrieve the dragon orb.
Oh, more orbs.
Dragon orb? What's that?
Oh, we gotta talk again? I'm trying.
So you're saying we can just forget about the water dragon? And go hunt for the dragon orb thing? Sounds like a piece of cake. I mean, we're treasure hunting pros. We already know the location of the dragon orb. It lies in the belly of the...
Oh, it's in the belly of the dragon.
You must enter the water dragon's body.
777. That's the number you get on a slot machine to win the jackpot.
Come again? The dragon orb is the essence of the water dragon's power.
Boobits? Oh shit. You got the jackpot. At some point, probably not by Wednesday stream, but probably by this weekend if I remember it. I will add more channel reward things. I gotta get EBDB on there. I gotta get a different Boohbah summon that's cheaper. Jackpot for Boobits. A different Boohbah summon that's cheaper but doesn't stay on screen, just kind of pops up for a little bit. FF7, that's Final Fantasy.
The dragon orb is the essence of the water dragon's power. With it in my possession, I could easily break the barrier that protects Oni Island. Will you not enter the water dragon through its gaping jaws and retrieve the dragon orb that lies deep in its belly? With it, I could break the barrier that protects Oni Island. Now wait just a second, lady.
Why is it making me continue to talk to her? That's a very weird game choice.
Go get some orb from the water dragon's stomach? Are you nuts? That is the only way left to break the barrier on Oni Island. Will you not enter the water dragon through its gaping jaws and retrieve the dragon orb that deep in its belly? With it, I could break the barrier that protects...
Yeah, we get it. Go in the dragon, get the orb, break the barrier.
Well, slow down there.
Thank you, Nightbot.
Slow down there, sister. I make it a habit of never saying no to a pretty face, but if my boss here says no, there ain't much I could do. Well, boss, we gonna help this chick or what?
I mean... We've been through this rigmarole before, bud.
Bummer. Well, the boss is... Huh? But Ami... Oh, great Amaterasu, your compassion is truly as deep as the sea, and you are ever quick to decide. This amulet will show you to enter the water... will allow you to enter the water dragon's garden.
Got a shamulet.
Water dragon's garden? That is correct. The water dragon makes its lair in a garden here in our palace. Here? At this palace? You mean the dragon has a house in the...
Thanky clanky.
in the dragon palace? Where the water dragon lives? In the water dragon's garden house? In the dragon palace underwater? It lives here? It does. But it will not attack us as long as we leave it be. I doubt we would come out alive if we entered its lair, but I truly believe that Amaterasu can retrieve the dragon orb. I shall pray for your safe return.
No more triangle. We're good. All right.
Look at the mess we're in now. Why are you always so eager to please? Ah, forget it. Let's go get that barrier-breaking orb. The water dragon's garden should be around here somewhere.
Where does it live again? I think maybe... Hear me out here. This is just a guess. This is just an assumption. This is just a hypothesis. I think maybe the water dragon lives in the dragon palace underwater in the water dragon's garden at the dragon palace. I think. I know there is a save point around here. Check and see if you can go in the soothing spray. Oh, is there a save point in there too? Doesn't make sense. It lives there, right? Like, you would think that maybe a dragon would live like on a mountain or a... Which one are you? Hey, which one are you? Oh. Wait, no, this is the... No, we don't want to go to this one. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We want this one. There's a side thing there for next time. I think I'm gonna go save outside. We can do the side thing, and we can do the orb thing. And we can find where the water dragon lives in the underwater dragon palace in the dragon's gardens. We'll find that out next time. We'll just do a save. Oh my god, there's so many boobas on screen. And a turtle. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for chatting and for learning facts about Pokemon games and history and Ireland and Boohbah Creepypastas. I'm going to be playing more of this next week. Right? I gotta look at the calendar. I think I might do something different on Valentine's Day if we haven't finished this game by then, like a one-off thing. But next week isn't that, so we'll be playing more of this game. Thank you, Nightbot. I forgot that you talked about the VODs. Oh wait, no, that was Clanky. Thank you, Clanky. Yeah. If you ever want to watch old videos of things that happened in the past, they are on YouTube. Or some of the more recent ones that aren't on YouTube yet are on, should still be on my channel. I usually get them up on YouTube before they expire forever on Twitch. But yeah, we'll be playing more of this next week. Back to normal times, 7 p.m. Pacific, Monday night, in a couple days. On Wednesday, we're going to be playing some Valhalla, cyberpunk bartending waifu simulator action something. Continuing our playthrough of that. 7 p.m. of the night, Wednesday of the week, Pacific of the time zone. And for now, see if anybody's online to raid. But yeah, thank you, watchers. Thank you, chatters. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, VOD watchers. I'm gonna send you to the shrimps. I'm gonna let y'all have a shrimpy, unless Twitch is hiding someone from me. Thank you, Demotic Doink. Demotic Doink. Nobody have bad dreams of scary boobas. Only have good dreams of happy boobas. I hope Ted Goldblum or whatever his name was, who made the Pingu's scary movie, doesn't come and get you in your one nightmare. Good night, and enjoy shrimps.